God is good, and today guys we're going to be talking about Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, which is an upcoming CRPG with a ton of options, really good turn customization, tons of classes, really cool world, awesome lore, really fun gameplay, and it's releasing on September the 2nd, 2021, but hold up now because there's a beta you can play right now, which is 4 acts, tons of hours. I can comfortably say over 30 hours of gameplay included in the beta, and with a few minor, in my opinion, and from my experience, small bugs, it is an awesome good time, and I was able to take some time out to give it a shot so I could talk to you guys about it, and that's what we're going to do in this video today. I hope you stick with me to the end. Here we go. Before we begin, I want to give a big, major shout out to the members of Napalm. Thank you all so very much for your support. I could not do this without you. You are the sponsors of this channel, and if you would like to help support this channel, please click the join button down below for more information and a list of perks. And a very special shout out to the Lords of Napalm, Bounty Code, Ray Cooper, and We Smoke Bitcoins. Thank you for your highest tier membership. So a lot of people really enjoyed Pathfinder Kingmaker, and it was a great game, but this one's taking it to another level in my opinion, based on the beta that I got to play, which is a huge chunk of the game. We're talking about a ton of classes and customization off the chart. Now this is based off of tabletop gaming, so you get a lot of that good old classic nerdy D20 kind of rolls and things like that. And although I haven't played Pathfinder the tabletop, I don't need to because I played Dungeons & Dragons and I get the idea, very similar, and it's replicating the tabletop. Even though I've not played the Pathfinder one, I can tell that it is definitely replicating it very well. This is a very modern take on old school CRPGs, so if you like CRPGs of the past, this is one of the better ones I've ever played. Now this game is being developed by Owlcat Games. I'm just gonna kind of tip my hat to them for making such a wonderful game, or still developing it technically. Now it is single player, and it is a very epic tale where you will be facing off against many different demons. You'll recognize, even if you're not familiar with Pathfinder, if you're more familiar with Dungeons & Dragons, you're still going to recognize a lot of these names, a lot of these demons. There's a lot of decisions to be made, lots of different dialogue options and things like that. You can really role play your character. I'm a paladin, so of course I'm lawful good, and I really get to feel like I have lots of options to role play, as well as getting very specific dialogue options based on my stats. And this CRPG really delivers what I feel like CRPGs should be going for, which is feeling like you're playing a pen and paper game and that you have a dungeon master leading you along the way. And it really does give that, with also the freedom to feel like I still am in charge of what happens with my adventure. And this is all coming from the beta, so I can only imagine how cool it's going to be when the game actually launches. There is quite a bit of dialogue, as in voice over dialogue in the game. However, it's not 100% complete, and I don't know if the final game, I'm sure it will have more, but I don't know how much percent of that will be voiced over. The voice acting seems to be really good, although I have run into a couple of voice actors. It was a little bit weird, but overall, very well done. Once again, it is the beta. It also has a really easy way for you to send in bug reports with the screenshot. I mean, it's just super easy and intuitive, which I really appreciate. But speaking of bugs, I did run into a couple, mostly graphical, or having trouble reading certain things because the screen would cut it off. Nothing even close to being game breaking that I experienced. It ran really well. As a matter of fact, it ran better than most games launch at, which doesn't say much, but it does actually run pretty good. I didn't have any major problems. I think that the character sheets look really great, and the customization, man, with the abilities, you know, weapons and armor drops felt really good. Got a lot of upgrades, so collecting loot was a hoot, you might say. There's also a lot of other small touches that are really appreciated, such as each individual character, you don't have to like manage their individual inventory. It all goes into a bulk kind of bag where you can easily get to it for any character. It doesn't take long when you start playing the game to start getting companions, and I really like the dialogue options and the personalities that they bring with it, because I do believe that you need a decent background for your characters to really make them interesting. It seems like there's plenty of that. The gameplay is what you would expect from a classical, spirited CRPG, that good old nerdy fun, and I loved it. The game and the story, although I'm not going to give it away, say and spoil it, is really good. We're talking armies of demonic forces just absolutely decimating everything, and it does give you that feeling of hopelessness, and there's just moments where you get a little shimmer of hope that maybe you can stand against them and stand a chance. Very dark kind of story with some humor sprinkled all around, but overall a very dark tone to it. I really thought that was really cool. They also introduced in this game something called mythic paths, which basically can change your characters and, you know, everything going on in the world. They got the immortal lich path, the path of the trickster, and the path of the angel. And although there is a ton of options as far as the classes go, apparently they are going to be introducing even more by the time the game launches in September. And as you get further in the game, you become a commander of the crusade, and it works even more strategically in the way that gameplay works, recruiting armies and sending them out strategically to battle across the world map. You can expect it to be very familiar to strategy games when you're doing that portion of the gameplay. So there's a lot of versatility in the way that the game works as you play through it. If you like tabletop RPGs, if you like Dungeons & Dragons or Pathfinder, especially the 3rd edition of Dungeons & Dragons, which is very similar to what Pathfinder runs off of, if not absolutely identical possibly, then you're going to enjoy Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. And you can go ahead right now and play the beta. Anyone can if you pre-order the game. They go and give you access to it. It is available on Steam, and it's an awesome, wonderful game, and I love it so far, and I'm super looking forward to the full release. Right after the summer, it looks like we'll have our chance to fully play this game in full detail, and in the meantime, I'm actually thinking about doing some class videos, etc., because I'm really looking forward to this game that much. And as things stand, it does look as though this game will launch before Baldur's Gate 3, so for people that are enjoying Baldur's Gate 3, I can absolutely guarantee you'll also enjoy Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Now, I would say that Baldur's Gate 3 is going for an even higher degree of graphical fidelity. However, the graphics work really well in Pathfinder, and they do look really good, and I was impressed over and over again as I was playing it. So it does have good graphics, maybe not to that level of Baldur's Gate 3, but certainly absolutely phenomenal, and I think they make up for it with all the customization, dialogue options. I mean, it's just a wild ride, and it's just good old nerdy fun, and I know you'll love it, so I had to make a video talking about it. And let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see more content about Pathfinder, some class videos and things like that, because I'd love to make some videos of things like that for this game. So leave me a comment down below if you've already played the beta, plan on playing it, anything like that, let me know. And of course, throw me a like. It really helps with the evil boss of the YouTube algorithm. And of course, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. This is what we do here is RPGs, MMORPGs, especially the old school kind, CRPGs, RPGs, JRPGs, anything RPG related. And until next time, guys, God bless and happy gaming.